Let's be honest. Hunting for B-roll is the absolute worst part of video editing. You know the drill. You're hours deep scrolling through stock footage libraries looking for that one perfect clip. You're searching for something that feels authentic, matches your story, and hasn't already been used in a million other videos. You can burn an entire day searching for the perfect shot, only for it to feel off. Or even worse, you settle for that generic, soulless footage that everyone has seen 1,000 times, and it just yanks your audience right out of the story. It's a creative bottleneck. It kills the momentum of your entire project. But what if you could just skip all of that? What if AI could generate the exact B roll you need, perfectly synced to your script, in a matter of minutes? In this video, we're putting the top 5 AI B-roll platforms, HeyGen, Submagic, Veed, Runway, and CapCut, to the test to see which one is actually the best for telling a story. I've spent weeks with each of these, pushing them to their limits to see what they do well and where they completely fall apart. We're going to judge them on three key things: how easy they are to use, how much they cost, and most importantly, the quality of the B-roll they actually create. Our goal is to figure out which tool gives you the best mix of speed, creative control, and storytelling power. And I'll tell you right now, the results are interesting. This isn't about finding one winner. It's about finding the right tool for your specific project. So, let's get into it. First up, HeyGen. Now let's get one thing straight. HeyGen's main gig isn't B-roll. It's an absolute powerhouse for creating hyper-realistic AI avatar videos. It's fantastic at making videos of an AI person speaking your script with scarily good lip syncing. But since they offer B-roll features, we've got to ask, how does it hold up for what we need? To find out, I used a simple 30-second script about launching a creative project, trying to see how each tool visualizes ideas like nervous excitement, late night work, and the final reveal. With HeyGen, the B-roll feels like an afterthought. It has a built-in stock library and is rolling out features to automatically add visuals, but the entire workflow is built around the avatar. The B-roll is treated like a background or a quick cutaway, not the star of the show. While convenient, the suggestions often pull from the same old stock libraries, which can lack that unique spark we're after. Ease of use. For its main purpose, HeyGen is brilliantly simple. Pick an avatar, type your script, and generate. Done. But for B-roll, you don't get much control. You can add media to your scenes, but it feels restrictive. The platform is designed to keep the avatar front and center, which is great for training videos, but a major limitation if you're trying to tell a story with visuals. Pricing. HeyGen's pricing reflects its professional focus. The free plan is basically just a demo. The creator plan, which is what most individuals would need, is about $29 a month, billed monthly. This gives you a certain number of video credits and gets rid of the watermark. For teams, the price jumps significantly, with plans starting at around $89 a month, which unlocks 4K resolution and collaboration features. It's a premium tool, and the cost makes sense for its avatar features, but it feels steep if all you want is B-roll. Quality. The quality of HeyGen's avatars is incredible, no question, but the B-roll quality is just the quality of its stock library. While there's talk about integrating advanced models like OpenAI's Sora, right now it's mostly pre-existing footage. For my test script, HeyGen gave me generic clips of people on laptops and some celebratory shots, but it totally missed the nuance of nervous excitement. The visuals were just filler, not part of the story. Verdict on HeyGen: if your videos are built around an AI avatar and you just need some simple visuals to break things up, HeyGen is the best in the business. But if you want to build a narrative primarily through B-roll, it's not the right tool. It puts your B-roll in the back seat when you really need it to be driving. Next up is Submagic, a tool that has become insanely popular for one reason: it is ridiculously fast. Submagic is built from the ground up to churn out viral-ready clips for TikTok, Reels, and YouTube Shorts. The promise is simple. Upload your video, and with a click, It will automatically add trendy captions, zooms, sound effects, and of course, B-roll. Ease of use. Submagic is, without a doubt, the fastest and easiest tool on this list. It's almost completely automated. You upload your video, the AI transcribes it, generates animated captions in those popular styles you see everywhere, and then automatically sticks B-roll clips in where it thinks they fit. The whole thing can take less than 5 minutes. I uploaded my voiceover, and in about 3 minutes, I had a fully edited video. You need zero editing experience to get a result that looks polished. Pricing. Submagic's pricing has a few tiers. The starter plan is around $19 a month. For most serious creators publishing daily, the Pro plan, at about $39 a month, is more realistic, unlocking more videos and better B-roll. They do have a very limited free plan to test the waters. Honestly, considering the hours it saves, the price is a steal for social media managers and short-form creators. Quality. Okay, here's the trade-off. Submagic is all about speed and engagement, not deep storytelling. The B-roll it finds is a mix of stock footage and AI clips that are designed to be eye-catching for a few seconds. It did a surprisingly good job matching keywords from my script. When I said late night work, I got a clip of someone typing in the dark. The problem is the vibe. The footage is generic. It's contextually relevant to the word, but not the mood. It's designed to fill gaps, not to be the story itself. Verdict on Submagic. If you make talking head videos for social media or turn podcasts into short clips, Submagic is a legitimate game changer. It automates the most boring parts of social video editing and does it incredibly well. But if your goal is a longer, more narrative video where the B-roll needs to carry emotional weight, Submagic's focus on viral aesthetics will leave you wanting more. It's an amazing tool for what it does, but it's not built for deep storytelling. Veed.io wants to be the only video software you ever need, and it wants to do it all right in your web browser. It's not just a B-roll tool, it's a full-on video editor with a timeline, screen recording, and some of the best automatic subtitles in the game. Ease of use. Veed's interface is clean and finds a nice middle ground between a super simple tool like Submagic and a complicated desktop editor. The AI B-roll workflow is simple. Upload your video, let it transcribe, and click a button to add visuals. You can then swap out clips you don't like. It offers more manual control than Submagic, which is great, but this is also where it starts to get a little weird. Pricing. Veed has a freemium model. The free plan has a watermark and limits your AI B-roll use. Paid plans are pretty reasonable. The basic plan starts around $18 a month when billed annually, which removes the watermark and gives you 1080p exports. The Pro plan, which you'll need for 4K exports and more AI tools, is about $30 a month annually. It's priced competitively for everything it offers. Quality. This is Veed's Achilles heel, at least for our purposes. The idea of one-click B-roll is fantastic, but the execution is often hilarious for all the wrong reasons. When I tested my script, the results were just chaotic. The AI seemed to grab onto single words out of context and throw in a completely random visual. Some users have called it meme-like, and I have to agree. For nervous excitement, it gave me a generic clip of someone jumping. For late-night work, I got a bizarre, empty office shot. The AI's ability to understand narrative is just not there. You end up spending so much time fixing the AI's mistakes that it completely defeats the purpose of automation. Verdict on Veed.io. Veed is a very solid browser editor for general use. Its auto-captioning tools are top-notch. And for quick marketing videos or tutorials, it's a great choice. But as an automated B-roll generator for storytelling, it's a failure. The AI suggestions are so often out of context that they create more work than they save. You're better off just using its stock library manually. Okay, now we're in a completely different league. Runway isn't just a video editor, it's an AI magic toolbox for filmmakers and professional creatives. Unlike the other tools that just find stock footage, Runway's latest models, like Gen 4, generate entirely new original video clips from text prompts. This is true text to video, and it changes everything. Ease of use. With this much power comes a much steeper learning curve. Runway's interface feels like a pro creative suite, not a simple app. There are dozens of AI tools, each with its own settings. To get good results, you have to learn how to write incredibly detailed prompts. For my test, instead of just uploading audio, I had to break my script into beats and write a prompt for each one. For nervous excitement, I wrote something like cinematic close up of a young woman's face, lit by a computer screen in a dark room. Her expression a mix of anxiety and hope. Photorealistic, 4K. It's a much more deliberate, hands on workflow. Pricing. Runway uses a credit system, which can be both a blessing and a curse. There's a free plan with a few credits, but you'll burn through them in minutes. Paid plans start with the standard tier at around $15 a month, which gives you a monthly bucket of credits. The Pro plan is around $35 a month for a much bigger pool. Generating just one 4-second clip can eat up a good chunk of credits, so for a longer video, the cost can add up fast. Because of recent efficiency gains, those credits go a bit further than they used to, but it's still best suited for high-value projects, not daily content. Quality. The quality of Runway's output is frankly astounding. It is by far the highest quality AI-generated video out there right now. The clips it made for my script were cinematic and perfectly matched the mood I described. That nervous excitement prompt gave me a shot so stunningly realistic that no stock library could ever have it. The creative control is off the charts. But the results can be unpredictable. You often have to generate a few versions to get the perfect one, which again, costs more credits. Verdict on Runway. Runway is for the serious creator, the artist, the filmmaker who needs to create something that simply doesn't exist. If you're telling an abstract brand story, or making a concept video that needs a unique visual language, Runway is in a class by itself. But the learning curve and credit-based pricing are total overkill if you just need some simple clips for a talking head video. Alright, we've covered 4 of the 5 platforms, and we're about to get to the one that I personally use in my own workflow. If you're getting value out of this breakdown, do me a quick favor and hit that like button. It genuinely helps the channel. And make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss the next deep dive into the crazy world of AI tools. Now, let's get to our final contender. Finally, we arrive at CapCut. What started as a mobile editor for TikTok has quietly become an incredibly powerful desktop and web editor that brilliantly weaves in AI features. It occupies this fascinating sweet spot, blending professional level power with an interface that's just so easy to use. Ease of use. CapCut is deceptively simple. If you've ever used a video editor, you'll feel right at home. Its AI features are smoothly integrated, not bolted on. Now for B-roll, CapCut has amazing direct text to video, but the workflow I think is the gold standard for storytelling right now is a little different. It involves its image to video AI. The process is this. You use an AI image generator to create the perfect still image for your scene. Then, you bring that image into CapCut and use its AI to animate it, turning it into a short clip with subtle, realistic motion. It's a fantastic way to keep total creative control while still letting AI do the heavy lifting. Pricing. This is where CapCut just destroys the competition. While the free version is very usable, CapCut Pro is ridiculously affordable. A Pro subscription is somewhere in the neighborhood of $10 to $20 a month. An annual plan can make it even cheaper. For that price, you get 4K exports, a massive library of effects, and access to all its advanced AI tools. Compared to the credit systems or high monthly fees of the other tools, the value here is just unmatched. Quality. This was the biggest surprise for me. The quality of B-roll you can make with this image to video workflow is outstanding. It actually rivals Runway for telling a coherent story, just with a different feel. The key is that you control the source image. For my script, I generated specific images for each beat. A designer anxiously staring at a progress bar, a messy desk at 3 a.m., a triumphant, launch successful screen. I fed those into CapCut's image to video tool, and the results were incredible. It added subtle camera pans and environmental motion that brought the stills to life. perfectly preserving the mood I had designed. This workflow isn't one click, but that extra step of sourcing an image gives you a level of narrative control that fully automated tools just can't touch. Verdict on CapCut. For creators focused on telling a story, for YouTube, marketing, whatever, CapCut offers the absolute best balance of control, quality, price, and ease of use. This image to video workflow is a revolutionary way to get bespoke, professional B roll without the high cost or steep learning curve of a tool like Runway. It's not as instant as Submagic, but the quality and narrative power are in a completely different league. So, after all that, what's the final word? Like I said at the start, there is no single best tool. The best one is the one that slots perfectly into your workflow, your budget, and the kind of videos you want to make. Here's the simple breakdown. If you make avatar-based videos for training or marketing, get HeyGen. It is the undisputed king of AI avatars, and its B-roll is a nice little bonus for that specific use case. If you're a social media creator churning out daily short-form content, especially talking head clips, Submagic will literally save you hours every single day. It's built for speed, and nothing else comes close. If you need a simple all-in-one editor for quick projects, and you see AI suggestions as just a starting point, Veed.io can work. Just be ready to do a lot of manual cleanup on that B-roll. If you're a filmmaker, artist, or a brand that needs to create truly unique cinematic visuals that don't exist anywhere else, your tool is Runway. The cost and learning curve are high, but your creative ceiling is basically infinite. And finally, if you are a YouTube creator or a storyteller who cares about narrative, the winner, in my book, is CapCut. Specifically, the workflow of using an image generator for your keyframes and CapCut's image-to-video AI to bring them to life. This hybrid approach gives you the most narrative control and the highest quality for the lowest price. It takes a little more thought than a one-click solution, but the results speak for themselves. You're not just filling gaps, you're intentionally building a story. And in 2026, that blend of human creativity and AI efficiency is where the real magic happens. What's your experience been with these tools? Are you using something else you think is better? Let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.